Can you learn all M5 kanji in 5 days? This week, I've set myself a 5 days challenge to learn all 100 M5 kanji. Based on the last challenge that we did, trying to learn as much Japanese as you possibly can in a week. I think I can get through it all. If it's just a game of memorizing them all, then I should be fine. But this is, again, something new I haven't done. I have no idea how it's going to go. I know from partially starting kanji in the last video that it's not as simple as it seems. So throughout the 5 days, I'm assuming I'm going to run into massive obstacles and have to overcome some difficulties, but honestly I'm just kind of excited to see how it goes. So the plan of attack for this week is I'm going to use my phone and laptop to learn all the kanji. I think I've got a resource that's going to be really helpful. I'm going to test it out for the first time and see if it's any good, but pretty much memorize them on the app or the website, and I'm going to use my notebook for majority of this week just to get into the feel of writing these characters. I think by the end of the week, if I'm able to memorize all of the 100 kanji and use them in context, that'll be a success. Worst case scenario, I don't know all of them, or I can memorize all of them and I can't use them in context. But ideally, I memorize them all and I can use them contextually in sentence structure and whatnot. It is day 2. I kind of ended abruptly last night. I got kind of tired of looking at kanji for the night, but I have done 2 full sections of kanji, and honestly I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed already. A lot of them make sense, like a lot of them you have these like visual cues to kind of memorize them, and that's good, but a lot of them I don't fully understand. For example, I don't know how I'm supposed to memorize car with that symbol. It looks nothing like a car. I think the visual cue was like it's supposed to look like a wheel. I've never seen a wheel that looks like that, so I'm gonna keep going onto a new page. Hopefully I get another 2 sectors done for today, and then we'll be kind of on the right path for finishing within 5 days. But that's on the basis that I remember everything from yesterday and that I can remember everything from today without forgetting it all tomorrow. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna study for the next few hours and see how I go. I've done another 2 sections. I finished up with, I'm assuming, kind of family members. Mother, me, father, older brother, older sister, younger sister. And in there as well, while I was using the app, as well as some of the kind of joint meanings. So I learnt cousin, which was kind of weird. It was older brother and younger brother mixed together with another kanji word that I don't know. So anyway, and then the second part was all the numbers. So luckily I got to finish on something that I kind of already know, so it made today a little bit easier. After I finished the first part though, I was kind of struggling with memorizing all the symbols. I went back and did the first 2 parts that I did yesterday, and I wasn't struggling to remember them, but you know, the questions that I'm doing is like, it will give you a word and then you kind of have to put the kanji in the appropriate spot, and you have to draw out the kanji from scratch, and it was definitely hard to kind of memorize all the strokes and the look of the kanji. So I'm kind of happy that I finished with numbers, something that's familiar, and tomorrow I'm hoping to hit the ground running. I kind of want to do more than 2 units tomorrow because I think I'm needing to pick up the pace if I want to finish by day 5. All right, day 3. I need to get a lot done today if I want any chance of finishing this challenge by day 5. The weather's been really bad at the moment in Tokyo, so I've just been taking that time to do stuff around the house. In doing that, I've somehow hurt the tendon that goes from my shoulder to my wrist, so I'll be wearing this probably for the rest of the challenge. I just want to quickly speak about resources that I'm using during this challenge. I've been using one app so far for this whole video. I needed something that I could kind of track my progress and also help me retain all the kanji that I'm learning. And I think this is kind of really important because if I don't keep doing kanji consistently, I forget it really quickly. So that's why I kind of gravitated towards this app called MochiKanji Learn Japanese. And I'm gonna show you a little bit because it's really helped with my learning and it's really been good for tracking my progress as the days have gone on. The thing that kind of got me about this app was they have a feature called Golden Time. It watches how you're learning and then it will tell you exactly when to review. Pretty much it tells you when your brain is at its best to memorize and learn based on your previous sessions, which I found is a really good thing. For me, I learn at really different times and I am more a kind of night learner than I am a day learner. So this has been really good at keeping me accountable for this. It's based on spaced repetition, which kind of sounds nerdy, but it works, and it's been proven to be one of the most popular methods of learning kanji. But of course, to reach any goal that you have with kanji, you have to stay consistent and follow the learning path. You might be wondering, I'm a beginner, is this app even going to work for me? And as someone that is also a beginner, yes, it does work. There's a lot of different courses too, like the JLPT, N5 to N1, Genki, Mina no Nihongo, and other ones. And their lessons are really broken down into small sections, so it's kind of easy to do anywhere at any point of the day if you have a spare second. At the moment, I've been doing their N5 kanji, which has kind of all the kanji that I need for N5 in one convenient spot. I just go onto that and I can see everything that I need to learn. And it helps me set that goal because I need to know personally how much I need to learn so I can kind of structure my day and see how I'm tracking with something like this, like a challenge. Alright, it's day number 4. I didn't film any of my actual study from yesterday, but I got through a fair bit. I did 2 more on that page, and then another 2 lessons on this one, and I'm up to lesson 9 for today. It ends on lesson 14, so I'm still hopeful. I kind of focused yesterday on hitting through a bulk of the work, but I still kind of have to go back through them on the app and check them in. Like all of them here I need to go through and select them. Right now I've just got the kanji, the meaning, the onyomi and kunyomi pronunciation, but I need to go through and put them into the app. And then today I would hope to get through 9, 10 and 11. I think that's a good point. And then 12, 13 and 14 I think I can smash out easily tomorrow. Alright, it is day number 5, the last day. I did a lot yesterday. I did all of the ones that I said I would. So lesson 9, 10, and 11. 11 was super easy, but as you can see, it was still quite a lot to do in the one day. I'm feeling okay about everything. There's a few ones that really trip me up. There's 2 different ones for forest, and basically it is 3 stack symbol of the tree and then 2 side by side, and I asked like what the difference was between each of them, and pretty much the response is one's a big forest and one's a smaller forest. So that wasn't particularly helpful. I'm feeling confident that I can smash out the rest, but I will be honest, after doing these 5 days, I can kind of confidently say that I will be able to recognize each of the kanji, but that is very different. I think if I looked at the kanji, I will know what it means. I will understand its basic meaning, but it does not mean I will remember its kunyomi or onyomi pronunciation. It also means I won't know associated words. It just means I will know their basic meaning, I guess. But that being said, I still think getting through all of the N5 kanji in the 5 days is still really good. But honestly, give me another 5 to 7 days. I think going back through them and properly memorizing more than just the symbols and their basic meaning, I think I could narrow down and understand everything to do with the kanji rather than just the basics. I think that if you really wanted, you could do more than what I've done and really like in-depth understand them in 5 days. But if you're trying to learn Japanese in general, I probably wouldn't recommend it because you're just gonna forget it after, I don't know, 1-2 weeks of not touching it. And you know, these N5 kanji are not gonna be the only kanji you learn. I'm assuming if you're gonna go through the JLPT kind of steps, you're gonna go all the way to maybe N2, so you can be proficient at speaking, and by that point you're gonna know, I think it's like something like 1,000 kanji, so you smashing through the first bit just to forget it is not gonna help you in the long run. Before I start day 5's kanji and smash through the rest of the kanji list, I just want to speak more about the app that I've been using. It has been awesome. I highly recommend it to people that are trying to learn Japanese in general, especially when it comes to hiragana, katakana, and kanji. In each kanji lesson, you learn kanji through flashcards, audio, example sentences, and interactive quizzes, which kind of makes the whole learning process a lot easier and way more engaging than, you know, your typical. There's also a dictionary feature where you can look up words that you see out in the wild, whether it be a sign, something on a menu, a billboard. You can search it, get the meaning and an example sentence, and then you can save that straight to your review list to have a look on later. Every day that you study back to back contributes to your streak, and there's a little garden that you can grow inside of the app to kind of make it feel a little bit more like a game. And as someone who needs these kind of features in an app, it really helps that it's got a little bit of gamification in it, so it's almost like a side feature that's got nothing to do with the learning Japanese. I find, at least for me, that's really helpful. The app's called MochiKanji. It's available on App Store and Google Play, and they also have a website if you want to use PC or a laptop. I will leave the details in the description if you want to have a look at it. All right, enough said about the app. Let's smash out the last bit of this so we can wrap everything up for the 5 days and move on to something else. That is the challenge officially done. Like I was saying earlier, I finished all of the kanji, all the way from lesson 1 all the way through to lesson 14, and I'm not going to count how many there actually is, but I'm pretty sure it's a little over 100. A lot of these, don't get me wrong, a lot of these are simple. A lot of the number ones are simple. It makes a lot of sense, but there are other ones in here that kind of confuse me a lot. There's plenty of repetition where they use, you know, other kanji in a more complex kanji, which would get really confusing. Like I learnt one in the last few sessions that had a similar trait, but that little accent is on like 4 different kanji in the last section, which, you know, as someone who's learning it for the first time, I'm going to struggle to remember that properly. And if you put all of those three or 4 next to each other, I would 100% of the time struggle to remember which one's which. Again, give me 5 to 7 days with all these kanji in like flashcards or something, and just smashing them out every day. I think I could kind of get through to it and actually understand what everyone means. And yeah, it has been really hard, but really good. Like, I'm proud that I was able to do this in the 5 days. And honestly, by day 3, I was worried that I wasn't going to get there because, you know, the first 2 days I was doing 2 units a day, and then I'm like, wow, I'm really not going to get anywhere if I keep doing 2 units. But then I picked up the pace and it got exponentially harder. So I don't know if that was the right decision, but we got it done. That's all that matters. Would I recommend anyone do it this way? Absolutely not. It is possible. If you ever wanted to know if it's possible, it is possible. Will I remember this tomorrow? Probably not, but that is besides the point. It was supposed to challenge me to memorize them and see how much I could break through within 5 days, and I've definitely done that. I would honestly love to do like an N5 test right now, but I know how terribly it would go. I'm not even going to pretend that I'm like the master of N5 kanji right now. I know that all the knowledge that I just crammed in is probably already starting to float away. I hope you enjoyed another challenge. I'm not sure how many of these I'm gonna actually do, but again, with the other challenge and doing this one, it reminds me of how much fun it can be to learn Japanese, and I do definitely want to keep going, but I might do that in my spare time and go back to making regular content from this point forward, as I've kind of missed it, honestly. It's been quite a while since I made like a proper video, and I've been playing around with a lot of things that I'm excited to kind of show and do. I will see you in the next one.